हांव मुखेलमंत्रीक कॉंग्रॅच्युलेट करता कित्याक जो मुखेलमंत्री हीज जे पोर्टफोलियो आहे आणि अराउंड 6 मिनिस्ट्रीज आर ओवरबर्डन. 20 मिनिस्ट्री जे आउट ऑफ 20 मिनिस्ट्रीज स्पीकर्स जे आहे आउट ऑफ 42 हे 48% मुखेलमंत्री को आहे. 41 डिपार्टमेंट्स आउट ऑफ 86 जे 47% आर विथ चीफ मिनिस्टर. स्पीकर्स उरलेले जे 11 मंत्री आहे तेका जरी तर एवरेज काड्यार 2 मिनिस्ट्री एंड 4 डिपार्टमेंट्स. This is the average of the other ministers. Because I believe this is like a highly skewed distribution of portfolios. Anik zaite mantri, they are waiting for additional portfolios. Because maga dista zaite amdar je hai te mantri जावपाक सोदता. So we are awaiting post 7th, looking at what is going to happen post this budget session. Because there is a saying that fat is not fit. I believe that the Chief Minister is fat with portfolios. But this has a lot of bearing and this effectiveness and fitness, Speaker sir, ejer maga dispak of this portfolio the Honorable Chief Minister needs to look into. Education and human resource development, these are key and very critical ministries. And maga dista especially the education sector requires undivided attention, complete attention, Speaker sir, because especially with the implementation of the new education policy, from foundation to standard 9. It should not be, the students should be at the center rather than the other central government at the center, and this implementation that is rushed through should not happen. Because the portfolios within the civil aviation, Dabolim Airport is left basically to the mercy of JMR. It's left to the mercy of JMR and the market forces basically to die a commercial death. This is the future of Dabolim. Because tribal welfare most of the important demands of the democratic participation, this is kept somewhere on the back burner. When I say the back burner, because this back burner is not lit. It's not lit. Hence, the dish is not cooked. Very simple. Because mining ministry, new dates are given to commence. There are a lot of legal flaws. This we've been seeing for so many years. And the policies of handling dumps is also flawed. Whether the department is able to handle it is a big question. And that's because starting on school education, this government had announced the new education policy, and the implementation, I believe, without any groundwork, not proper preparation, and there are key issues that are left unattended. A lot of my colleagues have spoken. The basic thing is that orientation and training of pre-primary and primary teachers, this is one of the main issues. School infrastructure, whether it is ready for full day preparation as per the NEP policy. Preparations keeping the stakeholder in mind and the outcomes of the NEP, whether this has happened. Training of teachers, this is something that I would like to highlight. At level 6 to level 9 in experiential learning, plus the learning methodologies. These are something which, Speaker sir, this is not put in place. Unless we put these particular things in place, because the Department of Education, SCERT, the NEP will be implemented only on paper, just how other policies are implemented. Because now there were several annexures, several to my LAQs, and I was just going through what type of meetings have been done. And it is shocking to see that, for instance, consultation meeting with the head of the institution, North and South, only for 3 hours. One meeting with Board of Studies, only for 2 hours. One meeting with subject associations, only for 2 hours. Meeting with taluka level HODs, teachers and management and PTAs, is for 3 hours. Speaker sir, the meeting of teachers and management of each college, 2 te 3 hours. This is the answer that is provided, Speaker sir. I believe that this is no orientation and training in teaching and learning. This is absolutely the opposite. And these are mostly these are like just discussion of normal administrative interactions, Speaker sir. Speaker sir, a lot of clarity required on the NEP, and we got a lot of feedback from several stakeholders that the clarity needs to be given by the Honorable Chief Minister. First, about the relaxations, he has said the other day about the relaxations to a foreign language. Whether this 5.5-day school as per the circular, will it be changed to full day? Speaker sir, as per the NEP, you get the choice of subject as per their liking. How will the Chief Minister, how will the department work towards that? Itle post high, Speaker sir, the main thing is I think about 6,172 vacant positions, out of which almost 850 belong to the education department. This is the most primary reason, Speaker sir. We spoke about doubt in the system of whether 11th standard and 12th standard classes would remain, because 9th to 12th are taken as one block, one group. Students getting the choice of their subject, the choice of their liking, there's no clarity on this. Do we have the required infrastructure? Speaker sir, no clarity. Anik, the main emphasis of NEP is basically on projects and assignments. Today, the school infrastructure doesn't support the system if you look at the dilapidated structures all over the state. And basic facilities of internet are not in place, because, and this is one of the main emphasis that the NEP emphasizes on, is basically projects and assignment. Another one is about requirement of secondary stage is to have postgraduate teachers. This is a must. Are we able, do we have the requirements? Because this is a big question mark. Every time, Speaker sir, we are trying to point out the gap to the Honorable Chief Minister. We are not against the objective of the policy. But Speaker sir, Magadista, we are concerned about the end result. What will happen in the end result? And if we don't prepare, it will be like the same old bottle with a new label. So it will not be as effective. We are not against the policy. But the confusion that happens within the system is what the department, because it has hurriedly announced it, this is what has created confusion on the ground. Speaker sir, corrective measures that need to be done. For instance, SCRT, I believe you should conduct online training programs. These programs, Speaker sir, for teacher at foundation stage of education, this is a must. Speaker sir, for training for teachers up to standard 9. Standard 9 in experiential learning. And this you can do through the Google platforms also. There's a lot of training that can be done through these Google platforms. Speaker sir, classes, I think the training classes should be at least twice a week after school hours for the teachers. This is a must. Toll-free number to address the problems of the teachers and parents on various departments. You have education secretary, he is very active. You have Lolenkar Bab, Zao Zingde Bab, they are active. But I think somehow the process with the amount of shortage that is happening and it's not planned properly, I don't blame them. But somehow clarity Magadista Mukhel Mantrin Amka Dupagze. One thing that needs to happen, Speaker says, the department should stop the unhealthy practice of contract teachers, of taking contract teachers. Because full-time teachers in schools and colleges need to be approved. Kitle pending hai. For whatever reasons, they need to be approved. You need to step up your budgetary allocation, Honorable Chief Minister. Jab physical infrastructure raha, jao digital resources raha, this is the prime objective of the NEP. Whether you say the PWD has separate allocation, but if you look at that, it's because of the situation is going from bad to worse. The infrastructure that we have, you have to spend on it. I believe that the NEP cannot come cheap. It absolutely can't come cheap. You have to pump in money in a lot of government institutions. You need to take private managements also into confidence. Because school education ache jenna uloitna एक unjust and unfair handling zata, especially of regularization of para teachers. Ami almost 2 years uloita hai. I believe that even you have spoken about it because they are not regularized over 10 to 15 years. Although they have the teaching experience, even though they have training with the requisite professional qualification, but speakers are hui na hui magadista as primary teachers when they were taken. 2016 they were recruited under contract Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan. 2009 they were taken as para teachers in primary school. And this was done because to satisfy the RTE requirements because of that. 17-19 because professionally they were trained in service training. And that 2021 ek opportunity ahalli. In 2021 there were 142 posts that were of primary teachers were advertised. But because these para teachers could have been regularized, but this government did not do that. I think Honorable Chief Minister needs to look at it and try and absorb these para teachers. So because Ani highlight korpak sotta is with regards to the permanent job to vocational teachers. In higher secondary teachers, they are appointed on contract basis. And they were made permanent after completion of 5 years before Speaker sir. And general streama senior scale was given after completion of 12 years. But vocational teacher hai Speaker sir, they are denied the senior scale on the pretext that they do not possess B.Ed qualification. I think you need to look into this. Continuous election duty to teachers. I think finally, if they have to work in the school, they have to work in the college, if they have to go and do election duty, everywhere if they have to work, what will be the output, Speaker sir? What will be the output of these teachers is something that the Honorable Chief Minister needs to look at, because continuous election duty on teachers, I think somehow needs to stop. Senior scale to teachers of after 10 years. Ata Department of Education you grant senior scale to non-teaching staff. Non-teaching staff, even after 10 years you grant them senior scale. Whereas teachers are required to complete 12 years for getting the senior scale. Non-teaching staff, I think, 10 teachers, I think, 12. So why is this discrimination? I think Honorable Chief Minister needs to look into this. There were several representations made to us from the teaching community. I request the Honorable Chief Minister that you look into this very seriously. I will, Speaker sir, put points of flaws that I feel are in the system. Because when we speak on education department, it is not correct to try and politicize it. Because with regards to NOC lagta, NOC to appoint teachers on permanent basis. Speaker sir, Jenna or Kaido Goa Education Rule 1986, vacancies that remain in the school and due to retirement or resignation, and the department is supposed to give an NOC for these teachers to fill the permanent vacancy. However, Speaker sir, this has become a new custom. The NOC part data to fill the vacancy is given on contract basis for a permanent post. I believe that this is completely contrast. So, Ejerui Magadista, Mukhel Mantrin, Lakshi Galapagza. Because school dropouts of Southern Sangtala, and last time I had pointed out. And I had alleged that there is a decrease in the number of students appearing for the SSC and the HSSC exam. I had tabled a question regarding the CM apprenticeship program. And that program asks because Jenna Insale about whether you have any data. The government says that there is no data available of age, qualification, year of dropping out from higher secondaries, and the reason for dropping out. They have no data on the CM apprentice program. You also say in the same reply that you've given 8,000 rupees per month to school pass outs between class 5th to 10th. 10,000 rupees delay for pass outs from 12th or and national and state certificate holder. But Speaker sir, if you are not maintaining data, how are these payments made to the dropouts of 5th to 12th? I think the Honorable Chief Minister needs to answer this. Speaker sir, एक MTS एक delegation there were 154 of them working since 2014, from 2014, and they were under the 6th pay. But their pay scale, if you look, is 4,440 and the grade pay is 1,300. 2017, yes, Sarkaran decision gele and the Group D staff was merged with Group C. And the peons, they were redesignated as MTS. Because currently, MTS, they are not getting any benefits under the 7th pay. I think they've made several representations to the Chief Minister. The Chief Minister needs to look at it. As part of strategy, he's tried to take it forward. But I feel as the opposition, we are all keen, especially on to listen to him on Dabolim. And I think you are also keen, Speaker sir. Speaker sir, I have letters received by the, don't letter hai mukade, to by Chief Secretary of Goa, written in 2000 and 2010. 2000, Speaker sir, BJP government was the helm of affairs in Delhi. There later on, Speaker sir, Chief Secretary Sangta ki closure of existing airport at Goa for civilian operation on commissioning of new airport. This was the letter. You have the letter. My Speaker sir, second letter, Congress Sarkar halle 2010. There were Speaker sir, Government of the letter, I'll just read the content. Government of India has approved the proposal of State Government of Goa for continuation of civil operations at Dabolim, even after the commissioning of new international airport. Now, Speaker sir, why I have taken this is it looks like now the original idea of the political party of the Honorable Chief Minister appears to be now they seem to be fulfilling their agenda. Speaker sir, I am पहिला प्रश्न जो supplementary मुख्यमंत्री केलो that Dabolim airport will be a ghost airport, and I completely stand by it. Because आज domestic, international, chartered flights, they are all shifting. They are all shifting. There is no doubt about it. The government has remained a silent spectator. आणि एक all-party delegation होते हैं मांग सांगलोले तिंगाय आंक होइल्ले. Because last 6 sessions we have moved this, no noise. आता I would like to specifically tell you. I had tabled one question 2A. 2A content ki dahlo, Speaker sir. Give details of international flights currently operating from Dabolim International Airport and details of all flights shifted from Dabolim to Mopa for the last 5 years. Ye part 2 maka dista delete zata. Inga itle deletion zala legislative affairs time, Speaker sir, I will point out. This part to delete that. This exposes that you are trying to hide facts. Now, because stakeholder they are worried in the tourism and hospitality industry. And magadista, zo Chief Minister usually biupa gorazna mota. I think it's all pan. Aj 2 airports within the vicinity for it to work. ICAO, that International Civil Aviation Organization, had warned it was not feasible. You require basically the passengers to touch 24 million. Per year. Currently, it's around 11, around 10 to 11. Now, Speaker sir, you need to deliberate how to achieve this. 5 minutes cover koda, Speaker. Now, we cannot just leave it to the market forces. Aaj to flight or gaila Goa to Bangalore, Bangalore to Goa, Bangalore to GOX moeta. That is the call sign of Mopa. Doesn't come GOI. GMR is very strong with their strategies. Because Goa Chamber of Commerce, GCCI, had written to the Prime Minister on March 2024. And at that time, he had expressed his apprehension of the potential closure of Dabolim Airport. What has happened to them? Ask because of why the people are fearing it. Because the fact is, if you look at the fall in the passengers by almost 1 million, reduced flights of SpiceJet, around 18 Otra halle, that is only 3 now, from 18. Go Air, je 16 flight halle, to 0 zala. Shunya. Grounded aircraft je Indigo ke park ko nalle in Dabolim, they are shifted to Mopa. Qatar Airways has ceased operation. Indigo, Oman Air, Aeroflot, TUI, they are charters, they have decided on MOPA. Uzbekistan Air and Emirates, they are coming in Goa, and GMR is already in negotiation with them. GMR is already in negotiation with them. Air Arabia is Geli. They are shifted their base to MOPA. Fly 91 is starting this year at MOPA. I think one of my colleagues said about why the flight did not land from emergency landing, Janna Korpa why it went to. Yeah, but it's because of that is a technical issue. The flight ji padalli, the flight plane padallo, alternate airport mo galo pada. That was shown as Bangalore. Fly 91 shows it.
But it is the same the climatic condition. MOPA and Daboli.
No, but alternate initially only they plan before you amge flight plan master. So we put it and we inform air traffic control. I have checked the flight plan. It showed as Bangalore. Anyways, it's because the bigger issue is you have to look Akasa Airline Padeha. They are expanding their base. Air India is merged with Vistara. They would need a lot of space to park their aircrafts because you have to work on this model. You have to put your all efforts. It will not happen automatically. GMR is very strong with their negotiation. They have negotiated with the government and they have got a tax revenue holiday also. Because presently, Daboli ma je user development fee it is higher than MOPA. For AERA has hiked this to 1791 for 25-26 versus MOPA ke kitu 840 rupiah. It's because the Airport Authority of India has raised the parking fees at Dabolim by 40% to 40% annually. So these things, I believe, Honorable Chief Minister, if you don't halt this airline, is it possible? It is now or never. I believe that the Honorable Chief Minister, if this double-engine government does not act now, we will be presiding over the death of Dabolim, and Dabolim will be a ghost airport. Thank you.